Hi there, and welcome back to yet another review from Brother Bryce. Today, I'm going to be reviewing this tablet clamp mount from Kolasels. It's billed as Kolasels tablet mount for truck, shockproof metal arm, a pillar grab handle tablet holder for car, truck, pickup, SUV, van, industrial, agriculture. I don't have my truck with me, and it won't fit in this booth, so I did bring this light stand that we can clamp onto and hopefully get a feel for how well this is going to work. I also have my tablet here, so we're going to get a look and see how well maybe this will work. And we'll see if it's really as rough and tumble as they say it is. Thankfully, my tablet's not that expensive. So if we bite the dust with the tablet, we'll find out whether this is durable or not. We'll give it to the test. But let's go ahead and unbox it here. Let me get my other camera going. So we got this little box here, and let's open it up. I have not opened it up at all yet, so this is all new to both you and I. There's a number of components in here, and there's a little instruction book in here. So we have a couple of little things here. So we have our tablet clamp mount user guide here that tells us all the different things. What's in the box? So we have the handlebar clip mount, the tablet/phone holder, and then it shows how to assemble the ball joint thing and how to wrap it around your handlebar. And they did show a picture on the listing of a tablet on a bike. I don't know if I would put my tablet on my bike. I really don't. I don't know. I don't think so. But let's open up these various pouches that are in here. So yeah, it's kind of open end on this side here. We'll pull that out. That seems like beefy. Dude, that seems really beefy. I do know that, like, my experience with these kind of spring-loaded mechanisms is sometimes they hold up really great and sometimes not so much. They are angled inward, if you're wondering. They are angled inward, so it's likely that that whatever is in there will not just uh, flip out because that's what happens sometimes with some cell phone holders is they just kind of flip out because it's not angled inward. But all of this, like, it's beefy. It feels heavy. It feels very solid. Like, okay, so let's go ahead and we'll take a look at this clamp. Now, this clamp looks really beefy. Let's get that on camera here. This clamp looks really. I have huge hands, by the way. Okay, so this is pretty beefy. This ball seems beefier. I really didn't expect it to be this bulky. That's good because the my experience with these ball heads mounts type things. I've got a ball head for this camera that I'm looking at right now. I got a big ball head, and the ball on that thing is like this big around, and that's what I trust with a heavier piece of equipment. These smaller balls, and especially the really tiny ones that people tend to package up with their little cameras, they're not good for heavy things. And I do tend to think tablets are kind of heavy. Especially they're going to put a lot of torque on the end of this arm once it's all mounted. But let's get a look and see what it's like to put the thing together. Let's get back underneath this thing here. So we're going to unscrew this little locking thing here. It indicates which way it goes. And you could put that on there, but you're not going to slide the nut over the top. Let's get this. Going to pop this ball into that socket. It's kind of stiff, so you'll have to work at it to get it on there. Let's go ahead and put that in there. It is pretty strong. It's kind of got that magic arm type of assembly, like a Manfrotto magic arm kind of thing. And so if you want to if you want to tighten down this joint here so that it stays still, you got to really reef on this nut here to tighten that ball down. So I tend to think that wiggling is probably going to move that, but we'll see. We'll give it a shot here in just a minute. and we'll get it wrapped around we'll get it wrapped around the actual light pole here. But to loosen up this clamp, you gotta spin this till you get that free like that. And then this is going to go around your device. But to get more length around a bigger post, you're going to want to get this way out here to get more length, more diameter for whatever handle or pipe that you're attaching to. I know that on my truck, the handle on my door and the handle in my cab is huge. So I would have to open this quite far to get this around it. And I will update on my review. I will update whether or not this actually fits around the handle of my Ram 1500. So we'll talk about that later. But this is just my first look. So we're going to hook it up onto this light pole here. So we got to open up that clamp there, and we're going to hook this on here. And it's very apparent that this is very small diameter. So I'm going to have to spin this back down again to get it tight again. I'll just go ahead and do that so you guys can get a look. It may be that this actual light stand is too small for this, at least at this spot here. If that's the case, we'll go down lower on the pole. I'll just lift it up. But we'll see. There we go. It is actually fastening on it. It does kind of rock back and forth. It seems like this is probably too small diameter of a pole for me to test what I want to test. And you're going to see what I'm talking about in a minute, because I'm not going to just put it on here. I mean, sure, it'll probably hold it up, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at a moving vehicle. We're looking at handlebars, right? So let's see. First off, let's see if it'll fit in there without me taking it out of the case. Okay, let's just see that, because I kind of doubt it. Let's see. I'm gonna expand this out as far as I dare. Oh, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. And it actually will hold it. But you can see it is, this is tilting here on the pole, probably again because the diameter of the pole is too small. Now, if I really wanted to be a stickler, I would probably gaff tape this pole. I'd probably make several wraps of gaff tape as a person who does these kinds of things regularly. All of the gear in here is clamped and done that way. I would probably put some gaff tape around this to increase the diameter of it to match up with the clamp itself, which is huge, much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Um, but this does seem to hold this pretty rigidly. So we're gonna very, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm gonna shake this thing and see what happens. Okay, you see it's moving. All right. So this is the best test that I can give you. Okay. I'm not shaking the tar out of it. I'm just giving it a shake, and we're gonna see if it will actually keep a hold. You see, it did move, even though I fastened this down. I've clamped it down as tight as I can get it on both these, on all three of these. All right, we're going to give it a good shake. And I'm not going to town yet, but you can see that it is moving a little bit. This is moving. The axis of it is moving. It is drifting downward. I would not put this on a handlebar of any bike, especially of any bike. I might put it in my vehicle, only because the vehicle is not going to move around quite as much. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think I would trust this for anything where I knew that I was going to be really bouncing around at all. If you're off road at all, this is going to move. It's going to jiggle everywhere. It moved very apparently. Even even though we're considering this clamp seems like it's really solid. And if I was to put it further down, in fact, we'll go ahead and do that. Let me take this tablet off of here so we can get a better look at what this clamp looks like when it's attached to something that is more suitable for the size of it. I just put this here because I felt like it was a good possibility for that that to give it a test anyway. So we'll just drop this light stand before I kill my ceiling. So we got a bigger diameter down here, and we'll try clamping onto this. Okay. So yeah, that's much more suited for this size diameter. It'll work on a light stand if it's not moving around. I mean, if you were using this for stationary type of fixed position, it'd be perfect. It'd be fine, and I would totally trust it. It's just when you start moving things. What I might do is I might use this to hold up my mixer because I have a mixer that I do believe will fit into this. And I might actually use this to hold my mixer over the top of my monitor over here. But yeah, that's much better suited for this diameter here. Probably work pretty good on the handles on your lift handles inside your truck. But again, if you're off-road, I would not use this like they're saying for industrial and agricultural vehicles. I don't think so. If I was driving through the field, I don't think I would trust these ball joints with my tablet. Definitely, it does work with the case, so I didn't have to take the case off. That was great. But I don't like the fact that these ball joints, the ball joints themselves, should be just a little bit bigger. And if they were, I think it would have the torque to be able to handle what I just did. And I didn't really like go to town all that much. I just wanted to give it a test and see if it would move. If it didn't move, I would trust it. But I don't think I would put it on a bike at all. And I probably wouldn't put it in an agricultural vehicle. Anyway, guys, I hope that you found this useful. I think it would probably hold the tablet more solid in the clamp if I took it out of the stand. But for stationary purposes, which is what I really recommend this for, especially with the price point, I think, using it in like maybe in a band setting on stage or something like that, I think that's really useful. But using it in a vehicle, maybe not. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
All right, you guys, I wanted you to see what this looks like in the Ram 1500. This is the Longhorn, the 2017. But I wanted to show you that, they claim that it's shockproof. And I wanted to show you that just even moving it with one finger each way, it does move. It doesn't sit still when you do that. And it does take a little bit of heft to move it around, but it will move. And I think maybe this is better suited for simply a stationary thing. Also, since they're claiming to say that it belongs up here on a door handle, first off, I have pretty big hands. Does a person that drives this kind of truck maybe is probably, I don't know, half of them are probably going to have hands my size. But this is kind of tough to get into with your hand. I don't have a lot of space left for my hand. And this particular knob fastening this clamp down doesn't really have a lot of space to get fastened. In fact, it's right up against the edge of the door handle. And if I tried to turn it this way, it doesn't really hold on at all. So I don't know if it's really well suited for having in a vehicle. Probably for a stationary thing, for like a mic stand or something like that, be great. Or for, at your desk, if you have something round that you can clamp this onto, then that would be ideal. But probably not for your vehicle. That's all I got.